I mean, I watch other YouTube vloggers that are dietitians, and dietitian Hannah's a good one. I like her. So He Fit is a trainer. Who's another good one. They all talk about adding rather than restricting. You have the treat, but you add to it. Gentle nutrition, I think, is the term they use these days in there. So I've been taking influence from everywhere as I can. Mulligan's Fitness, he's a funny Irish guy that swears an awful lot, but that's fine. I mean, I don't mind swearing. He does use the C word a lot, but that's him. His channel, he can do what he likes, but his messages are good. It's another British guy I've been watching too. Similar messages. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. Hang on, let me look that up, because he's got good messages too about how to exercise for bigger bodies. And hang on, I'm just looking that up. Give me a second. Okay. Name, what's your name? Hello, dude, what's your name? Wheezy Waiter's been good too. He's always fun to watch. Matt J Fit is his name. I've been enjoying his content too. JJ Gomez Q has also been helping me, and Stevie Griffin, Tara Hartman, Beatrice Cuso, Ashley Say Q, I don't know how to say her names, All Things Mandy. I've been watching lots of different vloggers, and they've all been helping me in different ways. I'm taking what I need from what they do and suiting it to myself. You know, there were other vloggers I used to watch, like Whitney, whatever her name was. Other influence fitness bloggers, Adrian with yoga, other things that they all do a great job. That's fine, but they no longer suit me. So I had to find, they were demotivating rather than motivating. So I had to find things that suited me, you know. There's even one guy, Stu Unwin. He's just a basic video, puts up his stats, what he does. He's been doing it for over 400 weeks, the guy. And he's had some struggles, ups and downs, but he's persisting. And it's his persistence that's helped me be persistent. Ow, I just kicked the table. Oh, barefoot. Oh, cold barefoot too. Oh. Just trying to get more comfortable and kick the table. So, yeah, persistence and not giving up and just keep on chugging along, you know. On average, I've literally lost 70 grams, 2.5 ounces per week, every week for 6 years. Even if I keep doing that, even if I do that the same, even less, I don't care, as long as it's going in the right direction. It's about persistence, about keeping with it, because the alternative, I don't want to think about the alternative, right? I'm better off than I was. I can wash myself in the shower. I can eat without fear of, I don't have no control. That's changed in the last 6 months. That fear of loss of control has now gone. I've accepted my reality of the PMDD. I know that's a thing that I have to allow for in my eating, the way I eat. By trying to deny myself those foods, especially at that time, makes it worse. The binge and restrict is even worse. So it's like a light bulb has gone up over my head. Oh, ding! She sees the light. That's kind of what I feel like. It's everything. It's sleep. It's water. It's nutrition. It's movement. Oh, another one I like is Diverse Personal Training too. She's an Australian personal trainer who specialises in bigger bodies and body positive stuff. Her videos have helped. That's the stretching stuff I've been doing. I'd forgotten. I'd followed her quite a while ago and then forgotten, and then rediscovered her when I was looking. So all of that stuff helps. Can't afford a PT of my own. Can't afford to go swimming or gymming, or so I have to find what I can on the internet, and I'm so grateful that these people put their stuff out there. But that's where I ummed and ahed for a long time. Oh, that lunch was fantastic. I ummed and ahed for a long time about starting my own channel, because I don't particularly want people I know to find it, and I don't want people I don't want in my life to find it, that I've successfully got rid of out of my life. I talked it through with my daughter. She was very supportive. Hubby, I didn't really talk to about it because he would have just said, do what makes you feel good, right? So there was no constructive help. Oh, climb up on the couch. I've got a cushion in the pillow seat when I lay down so I don't get a sore back. It's like climbing Mount Couch. So yeah, I really thought about starting my own vlog for a long time. Oh, excuse me, I got food everywhere. Forgot a napkin. Oh well. So yeah, it was a lot of thought went into it. Okay, I'm back again. I had to pause there because my daughter needed me, and I was cold, and I wanted to put something warmer on now that I finished the soup, and I made a cup of tea. So, oh, and I've left that bag in there a little bit too long. I got distracted. Hang on, rubbish bag. Put in the rubbish bag. Oh, she's a bit tanniny. She's a bit, but it'll do. It's hot and liquid, and it's good. Oh, my hands are so cold. It is freezing today. The sun is out. It is sun shining and beautiful. It's one of those tricky winter days where you think it's going to be fantastically warm, but it's not. It's freezing. I think with the wind chill again, it's like 2 degrees Celsius, and that's during the daytime, so it's cold. And while I was at it, I also added up the macros for the meal. Can't remember what they were, but it was 500 calories, including the almond milk in the tea. So for me, that tells me that my intuition is spot on. That's a good amount for me for a meal. I can't bother looking up the carbs and that. I know it'll be fine. And my daughter and I are going for a walk after I finish here, so I'll try and be a little bit quicker and wrap it up if I can. And I'm back again. I keep getting interrupted. That's okay. Where was I? Yes, 500 calories for that meal. I did end up looking up the it's 52 grams of carbs, 24 grams of protein, and 18 grams of fat. But it's full fat bits in the soup. It's the cheese. It's all that stuff together. Diet thinking, stop that. It doesn't matter how much fat's in it. It's a balanced meal. There's plenty of nutrition. Stop it. See, diet thoughts, they pop up in the most inopportune moments. Sneaky thoughts. I don't normally think about diet stuff like that, but that just popped in my head because I was sharing with you my nutritional breakdown of the meal. All of a sudden I was thinking, oh, what if people are going to say something? What if they're going to say you suck because you're eating too many carbs or whatever? Oh, well, it is what it is. So I panicked a bit and tried to mitigate and justify what was in it. And I caught myself, like, I used to think like that all the time, worry about what other people would think, worry about, what was it, what the makeup of my meal, that fat free, low fat thinking. It's just, it's insidious how deep that goes. Normally I don't give a crap about how much fat's in my food, because I know I eat a balanced amount. The carbohydrates I'm going to burn off on my walk. It's my pre-workout. I ate a little bit higher carb because that's what I was in the mood for, and I'm going for a walk. Had a lower carb breakfast, but I was hungry. I'm hungry for carbs. I'm having a PDMD. Stop tripping over myself to justify myself. I'm eating what I'm eating. I'm eating what's okay for my body. I'm learning to eat in a normalized way. This is also why I don't count calories, because that happens. The brain goes, no, 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 no. You need to do this stuff, right? No, bad. Bad thoughts, bad. I mean, I do occasionally, but I try not to judge myself for them, because that does happen. That if I do it too often and too strictly, those thoughts come back. That's why I know I still have a lot of mental work to do. I don't have a normalized relationship with food yet. No matter how well I'm doing, no matter that my sugars are down this week, I'm not celebrating it because I've come down before. And then stress happens and other stuff happens, and all of a sudden, phew, they're up again. So I am trying for stability, consistency, persistence. What I've done with my weight, slowly, it's come down. I'm not in a rush. I'm not after big numbers. I'm after consistency. And I'm being consistent. That meal was consistent. It was healthy. It was wholesome. Had protein, carbs, vitamins, minerals, fats, fiber. Lots and lots of fiber. Again, the tracker I just used, it didn't count the fiber. So I don't know much about net carbs. I know they're a thing, but I know that fiber carbs count against regular carbs. Don't know how it works scientifically, but I know that's the thing. And that's why I try not to, because there's so many different schools of thought on what to eat, what not to eat. I just have to listen to my body and what my body wants and what it tells me is good for it. And fruit and carbohydrate and beans and fat and yummy things are good for me. I was actually eating too many vegetables, I realised. This is part of what 75 Soft has taught me. Following that lightly, not strict meal plan has taught me. I was eating vegetables because they're good for me. Eating a big array of vegetables, but I was eating too much vegetables. Too much volume of food. More than my body wanted, even though it was good for me. Too much of anything is still not good for you. Too much water is not good for you. It's not good for you at all. So that's why I try and drink to thirst. Sorry, again, I'm just walking through this myself. That diet thought has come up, so now I need to address it. If you clicked away, fine, that's fine. I'm working through this for myself. The diet thought is there. So I have to address that, and I'll probably think about that some more out on the walk when we're not talking about other stuff. Even later today, these thoughts, they percolate. It's like a slow cooker in the back there. It does its thing while I'm not paying attention, and then poof, epiphanies are pop. Epiphany? How do we say that? Pops up later. Before I wouldn't have noticed that diet thought though. It would have just been there. It was a slip of the tongue, and I noticed it, and I picked it up. It's like internalized misogyny. It just pops out sometimes. It's just like, where'd that come from? You've learned it. You've absorbed it. It's in your environment. It's everywhere. Fat-free talk was everywhere in my formative dieting years. Formative dieting years. That sounds silly, but You get what I mean, I hope. If you don't, doesn't matter. Oh, I do. Choked on my own spit then. Okay. I have completely lost track. I thought what I was doing. I was talking about the calories. I was talking about the food, the fibre, the competitive eating, drawing inspiration. I think that's where I was. I think I was talking about where I draw inspiration from for this. Lots of different places, lots of different vloggers. I've read healthy food magazines. I've subscribed to Diabetic Living for years. Don't do that anymore because, again, it's all foods I can't afford to eat. But I've picked up knowledge along the way. And part of that knowledge is it can all be great knowledge, but it's learning what applies to me and how to apply what does apply. Like all those low carb tortillas I was trying, they were tasty, but eventually my body said no, it's too gummy, I don't like the texture, they go off too quick, and putting them in the freezer is too hard to separate them, whereas normal tortillas they're easy to separate. And I wasn't satisfied. I would eat more of them than if I'd had the one tortilla of the regular kind. Whereas with the jam is delicious and triggers me to eat more of it. And it's a higher carbohydrate content. So I'm mitigating that where I am. But if I know if I take that jam out completely and again go with the substitute, bad things happen. I just blow out because I'm not satisfied, I'm not satiated. But I can't eat the thing that I love on its own by itself because, again, it's not good for me, either diabetically speaking or satiation wise, because it's so delicious. I want more. It is satisfying, but I want more, and I want it more often. So that's not good for me. I have to exercise some self-control, not in a bad way, not in a you suck kind of way, but just in a grown-up way. Mid-40s, and I need to learn some self-control, damn it. In the moments I can, and even when I can't, mitigate that. Hi, if you're still here, wow, what's keeping you here? I'm really curious to know, because this is a long one. Welcome. Thanks for sticking around. That's the end of part 2. I'm on to hopefully the third and final part of this long chat. Okay,